Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My dear sweet Islamic brothers and viewers of social media, let's recite Durud and Salam upon the beloved and blessed Prophet Sallallahu Ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Excellence of reciting Durood and Salam when a Muslim conveys 1000 salutations, either Sallallahu ala Muhammad, which is the shortest Durood Pak, Insha'Allah, he will not die until he sees his placement in paradise. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear Islamic brothers, today's topic is regarding invitation towards good and stopping evil with your hands, verbally, and to either feel guilty in your heart. Now, for some of us, majority, if I say that we don't even have the courage to stop any sin that's been committed in front of our eyes. And there's many cases behind this. Either the parents always shout at the children, or where there's behavior issues. Sometimes in schools, the child is sanctioned so many times that the ability of him speaking out becomes less, and it becomes difficult for him. So here it is mentioned, Call to Righteousness, page 532, Sayyidina Jareed bin Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu has stated, if the respected people of the community do not prevent the evil, despite having the power to prevent it, they are disgraced by Allah Azza wa Jal. Sayyidina Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu has said, if anyone hears that so and so person has committed an evil deed, i.e. sin, and then he does not prevent the sinner despite having the power, he will be raised deaf on the day of judgment with his ears cut off. Dear Islamic brothers, ponder repeatedly over both of the above narrations, saying they contain the admonition that the one not preventing a sinner from the sin despite having the power to prevent it will be disgraced and raised deaf on the day of judgment, and with his ears cut off. Keep also the following ruling in mind. If anyone is committing a sin and the one seeing him has a strong chance that the sinner will accept the advice, if prevented, so it is wajib for the seeing person to prevent the sinner. If he does not prevent, he will himself become a sinner, getting deservement of the torment of the fire of hell. Almost every day, one faces the situation in which he finds some people to be committing sins without pleasure, in ignorance or heedlessness. If one ponders, he finds it likely that so-and-so person will follow his advice in case of being advised. But he avoids advising because of shyness or being considerate, hence becoming a sinner and deserving of the torment of the fire of hell. I have personally experienced that most of those wearing impermissible rings on their fingers and metal chains around their necks, etc., immediately remove these things when advised. Some of them even broke their gold chains. Overwhelming, admittedly, neither every advised person does so, nor every advising one has much influence over others, but it is not difficult for the influential to prevent others from these kinds of sins. Furthermore, it will become wajib to prevent the sinner if there is a strong chance that he will give up the sin in case of being advised. A gold ring is haram for men. the beloved son of Ala Hadrat, the crown of Ahl Sunnah, His Grace Mufti Azam, Rahamallahu Ta'ala alayh, as very enthusiastically about preventing evils. Narrated on page 146 of the book Mufti Azam ki istiqamat o karamat, i.e. steadfastness and miracles of Mufti Azam, is a piece of information provided by the renowned author Allama Arshad ul Qadri Rahmatullahi Ta'ala. It was extremely painful to him to see any Muslim violate Islamic Sharia when fulfilling the obligation, i.e. enjoining, promoting good and preventing evils. He Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayh would not discriminate in favor of or against anyone regardless of whether he is old or young, rich or poor, officer or subordinate. Even if a billionaire or high-ranking officer had a gold ring on his finger while present in his court, he Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayh would instantly make him remove it, advising him in an extremely affectionate way that the use of gold in many cases is haram for men in Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayh would then say in a warmer tone, some sins continue for a few moments or hours, but the sin of wearing a gold ring lasts as long as the one is wearing it. Mufti Azam, we love Mufti Azam indeed, insha'Allah we will succeed. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So my dear Islam brothers, in just few moments, we've come to learn how important it is to stop, if we are capable, to stop a Muslim from committing sins. And the more majority of us do Islah, like for example, it is important for me to do Islah of some individuals that have come to perform their Salah. We either are not putting our toes correctly into the ground. Our toes are supposed to be facing towards the direction of Qibla. And when we're sitting and we're performing the nafal when we are young, we should stand and perform the two nafal as we are not old. Yes, if there's a Shari Mazuri and if it's an old person, he can sit and perform them two nafal. But sometimes we are performing these two nafal incorrectly. When we are going into ruku whilst in a sitting position, we are raising our back where the ruku is not performed correctly. It's like you got half into sujood. So it's important your buttocks are seated and then you just lean forward. That is how to perform ruku correctly. So there's many things we need to learn and many things we need to do Islah on. And we see many things happening around us, and we don't stop it. And this is the reason why it's spreading widespread, because there's not enough people out there telling others off. And we should become amongst those who advise kindly and invite them towards the masjid. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept this short dars. If I made any mistakes, I ask forgiveness from Allah Azza wa Jal, and give me also istiqamat in deen, and give the istiqamat in deen of the Hazreen Majlis and the people of social media. Inshallah, today we have the Silsila of Madani Muzakara at 6 p.m. It is a Madani request that you try to join us to learn the religious knowledge via Madani channel with Amir Ahl Sunnat, Damat Barakatuh Mu'aliya. May Allah Azza wa Jal reward you and give you the ability to watch Madani Muzakara with your family. And if you're working out and about, there's many other ways to access Madani channel. Is via your mobile phone. There is an app you can download. It's called Madani Channel app. Visit your store, download it, and you can watch Madani channel this way as well. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen. Jazallahu anna Muhammadan ma huwa ahlu. Bismillahi ala deeni, Bismillahi ala nafsi, wa wuldi wa ahli wa mali. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, accept our Salat al-Zuhr. Accept this short dars in your court. Forgive us and forgive our parents and forgive all the believing men, women and children who have died in the state of Iman. excellence in deen and dunya. Ya Allah, protect our dignities, give us haya. Ya Allah, give us ability to protect our eyes from haram, our ears from haram. Today's topic is regarding, Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, stopping sins. Ya Allah, give us the ability to speak out and stop sins. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, if we're capable of doing so. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, if we know that the person will be rectified, then give us the ability and the strength to go and rectify that individual. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, fill our masajid with worshippers. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, those who have requested for supplication and du'as, accept their sincere du'as and grant them success. Grant the du'as and accept the du'as of the Hazreen and Majlis. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, bless our buzurgs and give them the istiqamat indeed. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, there's a news report mentioning that there's going to be a heat wave. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, give us the ability to ponder about the akhirah. Ya Allah, to do a reflection to us for worshipping, Ya Allah, to perform our salah. Then look at these articles, these newspapers that are trying to scare us in the sense that death is coming. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, you are the taker of life. You are the owner of giver of life. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, give us ability to have tawakkul in you. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم صلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.